Good morning, everybody. It is the 23rd of July. It's a beautiful Sunday, but it's hotter than heck today. So what am I doing? Well, we're going to go up and check, make sure I got water coming down, move some of the sprinklers around, and we'll see what else I can get up to today. So stay tuned. Yep, just what I thought. Totally plugged up again at the valve. So we're going to open this up all the way and flush out whatever's in there and then cut her back where it ought to be. Something about like that. So what's going on with this getting plugged up with grass? Well, I used to always blame it on the neighbor water guy trying to plug it up. But as you can see, over here in there's some grasses floating around in their deal as well. So where the grass is coming from is obviously upstream somewhere. Somebody's cut a ditch bank or something with a mower and it's all drifting down here in our pipelines. So yeah, several times a day, I gotta come up and unplug that. Let's get back down to the farm, get a couple of sprinklers adjusted, and start it up. With this triple-digit heat wave we're having, I don't dare not have those sprinklers running. So many of the trees around the place need to get every drop they can get. So yeah, I'm constantly checking that. And as it unfortunately turns out, once in the morning before I go to the in-town job, once when I get home from the in-town job, then once a little later in the evening before dark, isn't being enough attention on that to keep that from getting plugged up. So somewhere along the lines, I'm going to have to invent a new screen deal to keep the pipe valve from getting plugged. Now, as for what else I'm going to do today, well, I'll tell you, I've had quite a lot of feedback and comments on our midweek video about the old light bulbs and what people are going to do for their chicken brooders when they can't get a heat bulb anymore. Well, I'm sure a lot of you can go online and do Google searches and whatever, but I had enough response on that video. I figured I'd do a follow-up. So for this next midweek's video, we're gonna have a little bit of a follow-up on that light bulb situation. And if you missed it, go back and look at the last video before this one. There's a picture of a light bulb in the thumbnail. Watch that video. This is just an absolute overgrown mess that needs to be taken care of immediately. Okay. We are going to go after we're going to go after the dog kennel that's in the backyard of the garden area there. It got landed on by a tree and a pole. If you remember a few videos back, it was last year, my son came over and with a chainsaw we cut down 2 dead junipers and took out a radio antenna pole that my grandfather had installed at the end of the garage. Well, when that pole came down, it hit the dog kennel and kind of smashed it, and I don't have any use for the dog kennel anymore, so we're gonna get it out of there today. Now we're gonna sneak this thing around and through, and I'm going to try to lift that kennel out of there if I can squeeze this tractor in between those posts, which are about 7 feet apart. Yeah, anyway, we're going to probably end up doing a little demo work here. I'm not entirely too sure how I'm going to proceed here, although I know this roof needs to be flipped up out of the way. This kept the critters dry, if you will. Unfortunately, there's a pallet sitting here that I gotta get up on, and it is far from steady. It is very wobbly. Oh, jeez. Woo. Well, there we go. Complete with a bug in my mouth. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, the reason why I'm working on this today is because I ran into a very nice couple at the in-town job the other day who seemed to be very, very interested in what I was planning on doing out here at the farm in the way of fresh produce and veg and that sort of thing. So, yeah. We're going to start working on getting this backyard prepped and ready to go for a fresh produce deal. The garden plot, so here in the backyard, and is going to encompass the orchard, and that is going to be mainly products just for me and my family. The stuff to sell at the produce stand will be all grown out here in the field. Alrighty, you can't see what I've got going on, but I have attached a chain to that bladder of that IBC tote. Get it up out of there. That was the house that the dogs used. Yeah, that was the doggy house to get them in out of the weather and whatnot while they were in there. Yeah, we'll get it out of here and go set it off where I can deal with it later. Okay, I have the cage hooked up, or the dog run hooked up to the loader, and it looks like I have a fairly good chunk of it. So I'm going to put the tractor in gear and try backing out of here. This is kind of tricky because the right side tires drop into some sort of a hole that's right there. Not sure what that's from. And let's see if we can raise this up a bit. And I'll have to swing and try and not hit that post over there or get hung up on the eave of the garage again. Should have probably pulled that post out in hindsight. Well, if it survives, it survives. If it doesn't, well, we should have said it should have. And it looks like it's going to come out. Yeah, it's loose. Alrighty. Well, there is the kennel out. Well, I was going to go in to the yard with the tractor and the loader on the front end of it and dig up those big thistles, but I've got lightning popping around here now and some thunder, and yeah, it's starting to rain, so I think we're going to call it good for today and go in and edit this and get it out to you. As always, thank you for subscribing, and to the new subscribers, thank you for tuning in and subscribing, and for those that haven't, it doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, we'll catch up with you in the next midweek video. Like I said, that will cover some more of the disappearance of the incandescent light bulb and problems with all sorts of different things that you folks have mentioned to me that is going to make a good topic of discussion for the little bit of a homesteading deal there for the midweek video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And as always, I'm Farmer Dave, wishing you well. Yeah, bye-bye for now.